and I'm the mother of 3 autistic children, ages 11, 7, and 6. 2 other questions I had, which I can kind of knock 2 out at once, was I'm facing an autism eval for my 19-month-old son. Any experience, advice, or details about the process would be fantastic. The other one is, how young were your children when diagnosed? This person's child is 19 months old, was evaluated on Monday. The person who evaluated them said that they do not believe that he is autistic. However, the mother says, my son is definitely different, is 19 months too young to be diagnosed. He gets all the therapies, but she's trying to get him an ABA therapy around where she lives. She cannot get ABA without a diagnosis. My fear is that she has misdiagnosed him and the person who evaluated him, and he won't be able to receive the additional therapies that could be beneficial. So the first one, 19 months old, coming up for an evaluation, what to expect. First thing is, they're going to ask you history about your pregnancy, everything like that. Pregnancy, delivery, that's just normal. They need to know that. And also, I think they collect that too because they're still not really sure what causes autism. What to expect. So they're going to ask you that. They're going to do a variety of tests with your child, meaning try to ask them questions. If they can't answer, they know that. How they do physically, they really sometimes just sit there and watch them play. It's really actually a really simple evaluation. Nothing to be afraid of. The test that they actually run on the child, we really know nothing about. It's not like they're like, hey, I'm looking at this for your child, looking at this for your child. They've been trained to look at all those things, and then they'll give you their verdict on what they believe. But they also will ask you things that how your child is on a daily basis, how your child reacts at home, how your child reacts in certain situations, how your child plays. How old was your child when they started maybe walking, talking, all of those milestones? Did your child do all those milestones on time? Always just, answer to the best of your ability. I know for me, it's been a while, so sometimes I kind of forget. So the evaluation is actually pretty simple. Now for the mom who said the psychologist said her child was not autistic, and how old were my children when they were diagnosed? My youngest, he's 6. He was diagnosed around 2. My 7-year-old, she was diagnosed around 3. My 11-year-old, this is great for you. She was actually just recently diagnosed in July. When my 11-year-old, I got pulled aside when she was 3 in the preschool by a teacher who brought up autism. I didn't know what autism was. I actually was 7 months pregnant with my 2nd child. I cried. What is this? What did I do wrong? But then I later on found and accepted that it has nothing to do with me. And to dwell on that, I can't do that. So let's move forward. So my 2 younger ones, that was easy getting them diagnosed. I don't know why. The older they get, past the age of 6, it gets more complicated because you have to go to a different set of doctors. As for usually when they're younger, below the age of 6, you can go to an autism clinic, which is so much easier. After the age of 6, your doctor kind of has to outsource you to someone else. So I took my 11-year-old 2 years ago to get evaluated. She's always been on an IEP. Every teacher's always said, I think your child's autistic. I thought she was autistic once I came to terms with it. I had the doctor. Took her for evaluation. The doctor looked at her for 15 minutes, evaluated her for 15 minutes, and said, your child's not autistic. Your child learned these behaviors from her brother and sister. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. This is when you have to be ready to not settle for less. You are your child's advocate and you will fight for what you believe in. First of all, how did my child learn these behaviors when a teacher pulled me aside and brought up autism to my attention when I was pregnant with my second child? She exhibited these behaviors before when she was an only child. So, if you're not happy with the diagnosis that a doctor gives you, second opinion is absolutely amazing. Took my daughter this past July, May through July, to an outsource that my pediatrician had sent me to for my daughter to be evaluated, my 11-year-old. And that doctor did a series of tests, not just looked at her for 15 minutes. It was like a series of appointments. Not only diagnosed my daughter with autism, but also diagnosed my daughter with severe anxiety, which I had no idea she had. I looked right past that, just did not see it. And I'm very, very happy that I got that second opinion, because shortly after she started going through severe anxiety problems and I had to get her on medicine. So had I not got that second opinion, I would have never known that she even had anxiety. I would have just thought that was part of autism because I didn't know. So always, just because one doctor says that your child is not autistic, get another opinion. I did. That's what my pediatrician tells me to do. Because you are right by saying the diagnosis is absolutely everything. It's so crucial. You cannot get anything really accomplished without that diagnosis. That diagnosis means the world. So good for you for recognizing that, hey, if I don't have that diagnosis, I can't get my child what they need. You are so right. So a pat on the back for you for recognizing that. So go get your second opinion, because that first doctor is wrong. Only you're the mother. You know best. That's how I felt. You know best. Your degree means nothing to me. I'm going to take my child to another doctor. Toodaloo. So you go, you get your second opinion, and I hope you get all the answers that you're looking for. And if you have any more questions, you let me know. Thank you.